This is Jonathan Agnew here for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to be joined by Ted Cheeseman, fresh off the incredible win on Saturday night. First of all, congratulations. How are you feeling, Ted, after 2 days since?
Yeah, it's still sinking in now. I mean, I'm still in the buzz mode. I'm just enjoying it at the minute.
I mean, what a fight between you and Sam Eggington. It was billed as we thought we would get an absolute classic. I don't know if people thought it would be that good. I mean, you've only had 2 days since. Have you had a chance to watch it back or reflect on it in any way?
Yeah, I watched it back. I've watched it back properly once, and obviously clips and stuff. But it's a really good fight, great fight, obviously. And the tactics we planned worked. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we knew it was going to be tough. Sam comes and gives it his all. Plus, his game plan was obviously to not get bashed too bad in the early rounds. But if he let them go, his plan was to take me out in the later rounds. Once I've obviously used a bit of my energy, he thought I was going to fade away, but I showed everyone how fit I was and dug deep. And instead of moving and letting him chase me, I stood there with him.
Before we sort of talk about the specifics of the fight, what was it like in fight camp in the bubble and then leading up to the whole fight? How did you find fight week?
It's really good. It was a great experience, and for me now, I'll probably take that into other fights with me. You know what I mean? Like I'll probably leave home a week early, go and check myself in a hotel, so I'm on my own and just focused and relaxing.
What was it like ring walking with no fans? Did it affect you in any way? Did you even realise it?
Not really. The fight meant a lot to me. Do you know what I mean? So, sort of as soon as you leave that change room and you're about to do that walkout, you go into your zone anyway. Do you know what I mean? You don't really care about what the fans are singing or what they're shouting. It's sort of you just got to get on with it and get into tunnel vision. And at that point, obviously, I was. And obviously, the thing is, you're not walking out into a massive stadium, so you're not expecting loads of people there. And for the small area it seemed still quite busy because obviously the ambulance team were there, the cleaning team, the other managers, the doctors, the Sky broadcasters were there, so it still seemed quite busy.
Just sort of breaking down the fight, I feel like you dominated sort of the stages, and then Sam sort of came back into it. What was your sort of mindset throughout the fight?
In my head, I felt I won the first 6 rounds, and then from then I knew that I had to win a few more rounds. You get what I mean? Obviously, in the 7th and 8th, I sort of felt like I took my foot off the gas a little bit. I sort of used a bit of experience of sort of having a little breather to then know I'm going to get my second wind. And once I get my second wind, I'm going to have to stand there and not, like, because in my head was, all right, this is how the Fitzgerald fight was playing out. And I felt I'd done enough. So I'm going to make sure I do that little extra this time. And that's why I did stand there. I know, like I said before, I can fight, I can box. But what I tried to get into people's head on this fight week was the way I box is I can box either way, but I adapt to what I need to win. And what I needed to do to win was stand there and break his heart as much as he was trying to break my heart.
Talk me through that final round. Unbelievable. It seemed like he caught you sort of towards the end, but you really bit down on that gun and fought back.
You know what? It's hard to sort of obviously remember exactly everything when you're in the ring, do you get what I mean? But all I can remember going through my head in the later rounds was, come on, Ted, don't let this go, do you know what I mean? You're cruising it. All you need to do is make sure you win a couple of these last rounds. Don't let it go. You're going to force it. Your career's on the line here, do you know what I mean? In my head, there was a lot of pressure in my head. And it's the first time for a little while that I've gone in the ring with that clear mind, thinking actually fully just about the fight, about my career. And it was good to have that sort of sense of urgency, you know what I mean? And I come out that last round, I thought I've got to win this last round. I started winning the early part, then he caught me, obviously. He was obviously trying to chase the win back of the fight. And when he caught me, obviously, he was throwing, and I thought, well, I've got to try and finish this exchange better. You know what I mean? And that's what I was trying to do. When he was doing something good, do it as good or if not better. You know what I mean?
So was that playing on your mindset with the last few results in that final round?
Yeah, definitely. The whole fight was, you know what I mean? Even after the fight, I believed I won. I was confident I won. You never know, and unless you knock them out. For me, I've had sort of morale drop of normally walking up to the ref, getting ready to get my hand raised, and then all of a sudden to go for 3 fights, nearly 2 years without that hand getting raised after the decision. It's scary. Do you know what I mean? You're not, but it's like it's nerve wracking. You're obviously you want to win. You've put everything into it. You want to win, and it guts you. And no, just to have the feeling again. No, like going, that little feeling in the stomach again when they say I'm the new. Do you know what I mean? And when I heard the scorecards read out, I thought I've got to have won this. No matter what, I've got to have won this.
But going forward, having sort of picked up that victory, will we see an improved version of Ted Cheeseman, knowing that you've sort of got that win out the way?
Yeah, 100%. I feel next time you see me fight again, I'll be twice a fighter. You know what I mean? Or as much as picking up more experience again in that fight against a bit like a really good fighter, I'll go in there with a lot more confidence, a lot less doubt. You know what I mean? I'm not really a doubter. I believe in myself, but you always have it in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? Like you got to think about it. I nearly 2 years without a win, so it's a long time, and a lot of doubters, a lot of people slagging you off on social media, a lot of people saying, "Oh, he can only do this. He's not really good at this." And as much as you believe in yourself, that all them things are still in the back of your mind. But now they're gone. Do you know what I mean? Now it's Ted Cheeseman, battle through, boxed, fight, had a fight, stood his ground, fight of the year contender. Do you know what I mean? All these good things. Do you know what I mean? So now I'm going to go in the next fight with so much confidence.
Yeah.
And just to go through that camp, how hard I trained in the camp. Again, when you're training hard in camps, it's hard to train hard in camps, especially when you're not getting the results. No, have a camp, not get the result you want. Then another camp, again hard, not get the 3 times over. This one is the 4th one, obviously, I was going into. And as much as I'm training hard, really hard, there was really that thing in my mind that I really couldn't put myself through this again if I never won. Do you know what I mean? And now it's going to give me that bit of happiness and bit of enjoyment back in sport. As much as I said I got the love and the determination, I did, but now it's giving me that extra boost again to go into the next training camp as a winner, at number 5 in the world. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things like right now. It's a great position I'm in, and I'm just looking forward to see what's next.
I mean, as you say, it was a fight of the year contender. It does take 2 to tango. Sam Eggington, how much credit do you give him for his display?
Yeah, no, Sam's a really good fighter. And I said to him after the fight, obviously, like, we're both saying stuff before the fight, and sort of you play mind games with each other. You know what I mean? With the stuff you're saying. And I think, obviously, a lot of people was backing me, a lot of people was backing Sam. Again, like, it's a 50-50 fight on paper. People didn't really know who was going to win. Some people preferred me and thought I was going to win. Some people preferred Sam. But I think now people will have that confidence back in me. Do you know what I mean? They will see Ted Cheeseman's recovered, plus still recovering gambling addict that's got over his problems, that's pushed on with his sport. And now the new journey begins. Like my career is refreshed.
A lot of talk afterwards about a possible rematch. Would you be interested in that? It was an unbelievable fight, which the fans did love from watching at home.
Yeah, I said it in an interview earlier. Look, Sam's a fighter who don't shy away from no fight. I'm a fighter. If you look at my record, I don't shy away from no fights. But would Sam take the rematch if he was the winner? and it was a load of money, yeah, a massive purse. It's not really worthwhile. I've beat him. I'm number 5 in the world. Obviously, if it's worth it financially, I'm very confident on beating Sam again. Do you know what I mean? And I feel now, like I said, refreshed, confident again. I think I'd beat him easier next time. But it's risk and reward again. Do you know what I mean? It's always going to be a good fight. Always going to be a tough fight. So it's got to be worth it. Do you know what I mean? And there's going to be some big opportunities out there for me. So I've got to see what's best for me. And whatever my management team thinks best for me, that's what we have to go with.
You fought Sam Eggington, Scott Fitzgerald, Kieran Conway, Anthony Fowler's fighting this weekend. I know you've got that sort of IBF ranking now. You should have.
Yeah.
Would that be a fight you'd be possibly interested in? Should he come through this weekend?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, these are all good fights on paper, but it's all about risk and reward. I'm there now. You know, I'm very close to what I started boxing to sort of get to and try and achieve. And you can't throw away opportunities like that for nothing, just to prove something. If there's nothing, even when Anthony Fowler wins this fight, what does he bring to the table for me? You know what I mean? He ain't British champion. He ain't got a world ranking. You know what I mean? Or if he does, it ain't going to be nowhere near as good as mine. I've got the ace card again. So, again, obviously, it's all about... I'm not in boxing for money, but, again, I said when in my other interviews, I'm not going to sell myself short. Especially now, I have the ace card. So, it's all again, whatever my manager and coach thinks best for me is what he's going to... Obviously, I'd love to rematch with Scott Fitzgerald, but it don't seem like it could happen anytime soon with obviously what's going on with Scott outside of the ring. So I don't know. We'll just have to see what comes up next. Hopefully, I'll fight again in December before the end of the year, and I'll just hope to hear a few things what maybe get put to me in the next month or so.
We did speak before the fight about that ranking with the IBF. Obviously, Jason Rosaro's got that belt. So in your head, ideally, you'd probably want sort of an eliminator, world title eliminator.
Yeah, it'd be lovely. Look, if you listen to Sam Eggington's interview before the fight, he said, if I win this fight, I've got every argument now for a final eliminator for the world title. You know what I mean? Or a world title eliminator. I've never had this chance. So it comes again to the question. If Sam won, there wouldn't be no eliminator for a world title against me, would there? If he won the fight. So he wouldn't be looking at that, would he? He was already looking past me. Like I said to everyone before the fight, I'm looking at Sam. There's a million fights I want. You know what I mean? There's loads of fights us fighters all want, but it don't always happen. You have to worry about your next opponent. And until stuff gets put to me by my manager, I ain't too really bothered. I'm not in a rush. Again, I'm 24, and like you say, these fights I've had a lot of hard and good opponents, and I've picked up my experience. Again, another fight, like another entertaining fight. And what people don't realise is, when I've had my setbacks, I've not come back and had a journeyman and got a win. You know what I mean? And then boxed again to give myself the lifeline. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I come back after the Fitzgerald fight, had a 6-rounder, won it, and then boxed Sam Eggington and got beat, in my head, I was still capped. Do you know what I mean? But to come with a loss, draw, loss, and then get beat by Sam Eggington, for me, there was no coming back. Do you know what I mean? It was start right from the bottom if I wanted to, and that would have been too far as a young man with a young family. But now, I'm in a great position, and I'm really excited to see what's there for me.
Definitely. I won't take too much longer of your time, Ted. What's immediately next? Are you going to chill out, go away, out the gym, I'm guessing, for a bit?
Yeah, I'm going on holiday Thursday. And like I was saying to everyone, I said, it's crazy because even my lifestyle it's just so much better where I've been, the way I've been organising everything, the way I've been organising my training, my schedules of everything. And normally I have a fight and then within 2 or 3 days, I'd try my hardest to go and get clothes, book stuff, get new cases and everything to then go on holiday to find and book an holiday. But I'd booked an holiday 2 weeks ago. Do you know what I mean? I was comfortable enough to sort that out and like everything sorted. So it was just nice to know I've had my fight. I'm going on holiday Thursday. I'm going to relax. I'm sitting pretty right now and comfortable, and I'm in no rush. Look, it'd be lovely to have another massive fight in December. But for me, as I say again, I'm 24. No one can take anything away from me about what I've done and what fights I've had and what I've shied away from and what I've wanted. Always big fights, and now it's about picking the right fights at the right time, I think. And then my manager will obviously do that, and I'll get to where I need to get.
Just lastly, we saw you and Sam embrace at the end, the final bell. What were you saying to each other as you embraced?
Just I said that I see it as a fight of two halves, sort of like, because I think people didn't think I would stand there with Sam at all. You know what I mean? Even after I won the first 6, in my head, a lot of people thought I would have tried to nick 1 or 2 rounds and just like that's how I nicked the win and scrape through and move and run and block. But I don't think no one thought that I was going to stand there and tough it out with someone who really and truly, that is their plan A, B and C. You know what I mean? And I was trying to bully and break the heart of the man who was trying to break my heart. So that's what made it such a great fight. And I think we both appreciated how much effort we both had put in. So we were both sort of congratulating each other and saying how much of a great fight it was.
Yeah, certainly can't go against that. A great fight it was. Congratulations, Ted, on the win. And I guess enjoy your holiday. Where are you heading?
Turkey.
Lovely.
Yeah. So be nice and off. Got a nice all-inclusive, so get a bit fat and then come back and get all off.
Yeah, brilliant. Ted, thanks very much for coming on. I appreciate it, and we'll catch up soon, all right?
All right, cheers then.